My name is Claire McIntosh and I'm the founder and chair of Chatter Tots, which is a group that supports young children with Down syndrome in Berkshire. We've existed now for about 4 or 5 years and we support about 35 families in total.
I'm Simon People, I'm the trustee of Heart of Tamworth. We are a small organisation that has grown up in Sacred Heart Parish, where we serve our community by running a community shop, a community cafe and a whole host of other groups that meet individual needs. We've also been the lead charity for providing the winter night shelter over the last 5 years.
My name is Tyrone and I represent the organisation CAPS.
My name is Abigail. I represent Positive Faith.
And we are a peer support organisation
which support people living with HIV in this country.
I'm Gerard Mitchell and I work for Street Doctors. We're a movement of young healthcare volunteers who train young people who are at risk of experiencing violence how to save the life of someone who's been stabbed or knocked out on the street. The volunteers themselves are medical students, trainee nurses, trainee paramedics, and they go into youth clubs, schools, work with them to transfer medical skills essentially so that they can become street doctors themselves.
Yeah, I'm Andrew Hollingsworth and I'm a trustee of the Vincentian Volunteers, who are one of the small grant holders. The Vincentian Volunteers provide gap year opportunities for people between the ages of 18 and 30 to come together and live in a Christian community, to share prayer and to go out into the community and be placed with charities where effectively they do full-time work in the spirit of St Vincent de Paul.
My name's Daniel Corshi and I'm Centre Manager of St Vincent's Southend. We're part of the St Vincent de Paul charity. Our aim is to support vulnerable people in our local community and give them the opportunities to succeed by lifting all the barriers around them.
I'm Nigel Thompson, I'm the senior leader from Bury Christian Fellowship. We're a Christian church based in Bury, just north of Manchester, and we're a church but we also do a lot of outreach and mission work in our town.
The grant from the Plato Trust is going to enable us to run a summer school for kids with Down syndrome this summer, run by a group of speech and language therapists. We're going to have about 8 therapists and they will deliver a range of speech and language interventions to each child based on its needs.
Our small grant from the Plato Trust has meant that we can have a strategy session. We had the trustees meet and came and looked forward to what we could do for the community.
We have opened up other areas of England and then we're also opening up another place in another area in Manchester area.
The grant from the Charles Plater Trust is for a project in South London where the community has been traumatised essentially by repeated attacks, and helping to create and be part of anti-violence or violence reduction initiatives within those estates and within those residential areas.
The small grant from Charles Plater has enabled us to go forward with confidence for recruiting a couple of extra volunteers to start in September 2022, and they will be with us through till July 2023.
So the Charles Plater Trust has really helped us in our beginning stage of helping people to ensure that the food bank's fully stocked, that we've been able to give vouchers to people that need clothing or shoes.
So the small grant from the Charles Plater Trust has enabled us to do an early intervention programme in a school in quite a deprived area of town, through an organisation called Transforming Lives for Good, which also benefit from funding from Charles Plater. And we've been able to come alongside 6 children and their families in a particular school and coach these children on a transition, children in years 5 and 6 that are transitioning out of school into high school, but have perhaps got some jeopardy or some issues, some challenges around their lives that we can just come alongside them. So we've been coaching 6 children in the last 12 months.
So we're expecting that this project will really lead to a big increase in the ability of these children to speak and communicate. Typically a child with Down syndrome will get maybe 2 hours of speech and language therapy a term. So this actually will mean an entire week of speech and language therapy designed to support them.
So we're going to expand our shop that reaches out to those who are struggling, and that will mean that we are going to also offer children's clothes, children's books, and then the second big outcome of the strategy review is that we're going to look at developing into being a registered provider of housing with a look at working with those who are coming out of prison.
There is a need to have a safe place where people can come and feel really free to talk about their faith and to support each other in challenges that we may have.
The project has progressed really well so far, and the relationship we've been able to build, particularly with the Croydon community leaders, has been going from strength to strength by providing safe amnesty zones and putting in place other initiatives with kind of shopkeepers and engaging with young people. And the effect for the community means that they feel confident that there's a programme that is in place that isn't simply blaming young people, criminalising them, but is giving them a bit of hope that they aren't the problem, that they're part of the solution.
Almost all of the volunteers who've been with us do feel that their own lives have been transformed by the experience of a year living in community and working in the spirit of St Vincent de Paul.
So it has been a real success, and that impact has really helped the local community in Southend so that they can continue their journey in life and have a real purpose and focus for what they need.
In terms of the outcomes of the project, not just connecting with the children in a really positive way. So one example of that would be all 6 of these children were on report, as they call it. Since we've been coaching them, none of the children have been on report. The parents are interacting a lot more now with the school, and the children themselves have just got a lot more confidence, a lot more socially aware, being able to build new friendships and connections. It's just a real boost to their self-esteem and just who they are. So we've just seen some incredible results. In fact, one of the members of staff that's our key contact from TLG described this as a gold star project. So we're really pleased that this particular area of Bury, that's in the most 1% deprived areas of the country, we've been able to just come alongside 6 children and 6 families in this school.
So thanks, Charles Plater.